got our podcast, thinking you should watch it. If you driving, man, it's good for you to listen. No, we keep it real. No, we spit it raw. Sports dialogue. No, it's good if I'm involved. No, we're not the news. We just cool dude with nobody to impress. Just talking our shit. Call it Pressman coverage. Pressman coverage.
Welcome into Pressman Coverage, a podcast dedicated to the 1-0 in the last 7 days, Tennessee Titans. We back. And we have not won 2 in a row in about 10 years. But we are about to preview the episode of Titans versus Raiders, a Week 6 matchup against two 1-4 teams. One of them gave up 40 last week, though. I'm just throwing shots all day because I'm still lit. I'm still living off Sunday. But it's time for us to get out here and fight and really break down what's going on. Before we do, always got to talk to the crew first. Cody, talk to the people.
Y'all ready to go streaking, boys? I'm ready to take my shirt off and run through the streets.
Let's do it.
It's Broadway time.
Hey, what do the Raiders and the Titans have in common?
Their record?
Giving up 40 points to the Colts.
Hey. How many points did the Raiders score the Titans score against the Colts? Do we remember?
21.
And the Raiders only scored 6.
Scored 6.
We should be 18 points favorites by that logic.
You're doing the knowledge, son. You're doing the knowledge.
Hey, somebody got to do it. Sauce, talk to the people, man.
Man, I'm good, man. We here. We riding on a high right now. You know what I mean? The boys are back in town. You know what I mean? We drive from that Cumberland, baby. We here. We got the confidence back. The swagger's back. Look, I ain't gonna lie. This is about the first episode me and Liam have both put on Pressman Coverage tees at the same time. All we got to do is Cody and we got the nice trifecta going. You know what I mean?
Welcome to the psych ward.
We're here. We're here.
I'm sorry. I had to represent AFC Special Teams Player of the Week.
Hello.
Chibaray DK.
DK.
I like
Say
it.
his name.
I like it.
I like that. I like that.
All-purpose yards and kick return yards because we give us so many points. We always get kick returns, but it doesn't matter.
We're here. We're looking on the bright side.
The numbers are there.
The numbers are there. Who cares about nuance? Who cares about specifics? We are box score scouts, baby.
Hey,
Who
best
cares?
Believe Chibaray gonna take that to the to Borgazzi when that contract extension
Oh, you better
shows
believe
up.
it. You better believe it. Hey, week 5, I was, that's worth another meal. All right, look, so jumping into this matchup, I know, again, we talked about overall the 1-4 records, whatever. The Raiders are coming off 4 straight losses. The Titans coming off of a win, but all losses before that as well. We essentially have the reverse record. They started off with a win and lost the rest. We started off with a bunch of losses and ended up with a win. So here we are meeting at the Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas. Cody, what's the spread on this game? What are we down to now?
I believe it opened up at 7.5, and then it has been bet down to 4.5.
Hey.
We got
Vegas
believers.
knows.
We
Vegas
got believers.
Hey.
We're creeping towards that, even considering it being an away game. It is time for us to come in and do what we do. And let's talk about what we've done over the last week. I want to say several weeks, but just last week to be successful and how it matches up against the Raiders. One, we got to deal with Mad Max. Mad Max is one of the best edge rushers in the league. He has the 3rd most wins as an edge rusher in the league. His win rate is in the top 15. He plays virtually every snap, so his win rate is going to be a little bit skewed, but he is an absolute animal. He's a force of nature to deal with. We're hoping we get back starting right tackle J.C. Latham this week. He did practice today in a limited fashion. We'll see. What's up, Sauce?
Hey, I was just saying, JC. I mean, he's got that welcome back party.
Welcome back, JC.
Yeah, I hope he's well rested, man, because he can't pinch that booty nerve again, man, against Max. He's gonna try to bull rush you, and you're gonna have to anchor down, buddy.
Is that the nerve that you said this man pinched?
It's not the sciatic nerve. Is that the booty nerve?
Goodness gracious, man, he is not 70.
But
That's what happens
nonetheless,
when that big Bill Callahan got you pushing Bertha all summer, man. You end
yeah,
up pulling something by the time the season
yo,
gets
pulled
here.
your butt muscle, man. You got
Like,
cracked
come
up.
on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta
But-
get that thing fired off in
Yeah,
pregame.
Yes, sir. Gotta let a few go, baby.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
But nonetheless, man, it's good to have JC back, man. The offensive line has been gelling. We look pretty good together. So hoping that he can just slide right in. I have full confidence in his talent. So hopefully it's just he doesn't miss a beat. He just comes right in and just picks up where we left off. And maybe we can really see what that full potential of that offensive line is. But he's gonna have a challenge against Maxx Crosby. And that's not only for him, that's for Dan Moore, because obviously Max can line up wherever he like and please. So wherever he feel like he has the best matchup, that's where he's going. So not only is this a thing for JC to be on his A game, but Dan Moore got to earn that money too, buddy, because he's going to line up on your side a couple of times too. So just be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, man, where you've got to work. You've got Malcolm Coots on the other side who's been okay. He had a 2023 breakout season. I think he missed the entirety of 2024 with an ACL tear. So he's still kind of getting back into form. Right now, his run defense grade is a 59, according to Pro Football Focus. His pass rush grades at a 61. So he's really not in the anywhere near the elite category, probably in the Art and Key category of life, where you're hopefully average is what we hope for each week. And then you hope the star edge rusher or star interior defensive lineman, for Key's sake, carries you the game. But Maxx Crosby, in terms of a game-wrecking potential and rushing the passer, has more of an opportunity than somebody like a Simmons, because it's really tough to double team on the edge unless you're chipping. It's not like you're in the middle and you can use the guard in the center to do so. So Max is going to be really the key to our success in terms of the trenches. If we are going to stack good games or good days for our line, it's got to be that. Ali Udo gave up the most pressures last week, also gave up a sack in terms of how it was charted. So it's going to be one of those things where we've got to figure that out. I personally thought it was going to take about 4 weeks for our team to get going. And we're in week 5. Last week was week 5. We had a good week. Hopefully we can stack and continue to grow off that. Cody, what are your thoughts in the trenches, dog? Trench King,
Man,
Cody.
so we talked about it towards the end of last week's episode, that it felt like that this offensive line in the past couple of weeks has kind of started hitting a little bit of a stride. That, especially the interior with Cushenberry, Zeitler, Skoronski, they're all kind of starting to get into form, if you would say. Allowing zero pressures. And, we were really worried about Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson, only gave up 2 sacks. And then, last week we only gave up 2 sacks as well. So I think they're starting to kind of find their stride. And you think that bringing back JC Latham, like, it's only going to take the bar up even a little higher for their potential.
Yeah, I think so. And, the fact that we used 12 personnel more last week than we have, and more than we have all season, is something I think is a nice addition to that to help out with the pass rush, especially when you're getting productivity from your tight ends. Chig and Gunner on the field last week, I feel like they were like a dynamic duo that were able to really stretch the defense in different ways and challenge the defense in different ways, and allowed us to be pretty multiple in what our sets could look like. And I'm happy we got to more 12 personnel. Still would love to see a little bit more play action, but overall, I think that's helped, and that's going to help with the play action. I mean, with the pass rush as well this week. And we'll see, if we can just chip every once in a while and trust JC and or Dan Moore in one-on-one a few times a game would be great. But we'll see. The biggest thing for me with JC is going to be his conditioning too. Maxx Crosby does not take a play off. And as an offensive lineman, you don't have that opportunity as well. The difference is Maxx Crosby's played every game, and JC hasn't even practiced in 4 weeks, let alone played in a game. So that's going to be a big challenge for our team. In terms of our pass catchers, Cody, talk to me about what you think our offense will need to do against their defense. They've got, Mr. Blue Kelly at one corner, Caillou Blue Kelly, who struggled this year. But on the other side of the house, they've got Darian Porter, who's been pretty solid as a cornerback. But from what you saw from our pass catchers last week, what do we have to do to build and stack and to have a good game?
Well, we're starting to hit that stride where, previous seasons tell us that Calvin Ridley's starting to hit his stride, and he's going to start going crazy again. I think last year it took about 3 or 4 games, and he finally played the Lions, and I think he had like 13 targets, 130 yards or something like that, and it's very similar to this year. Last week he had 130 yards, and I mean he was on the receiving end of that dot that Cam Ward threw to lead us to our game-winning field goal. Now you can start pairing that with Io Manor the way he was playing the first few weeks. If he can hang on to the ball now, don't start getting the drop skis that Calvin Ridley had.
The Ridleyitis,
yeah. Don't get the Ridleyitis. And dude, I want Gunner and I want Chig on the field at the same time. I mean, they are a mismatch waiting to happen. They are athletic freaks. We know that Gunnar Helm is not a tell if he is on the field for if he's going to be blocking or running. So we need to get him on the field. And he's probably got the most sure hands on the team.
Yeah,
man.
You throw it his way, he's going to catch it.
Man, and I'm telling you, man, like it's dynamic route running as well. Just to piggyback on that, Cody. Like I love that, and just creating different mismatches and why I use one at a time. Like get them both out there and let them just work. You know what I mean? So I think that's at our true benefit of having somebody that's out there that's playing with confidence, playing fast, and I'm loving it. Chig, he's bouncing back. I like it. That's my guy. You know what I mean? So he's out there. He's out there
for
playing
your
ball
800
right
yards for this.
According to my calculations, he's well off pace, but we're getting there. We're getting there for sure.
It's like our 11 wins, one step at a time. I get it. But a couple predictions that I have to give you guys shout outs for. So Cody, Chimere DK, outsnap Tyler Lockett by a sizable margin at wide receiver steps. So we're not just counting special teams. By a sizable margin last week. Sauce, same thing with you. Gunnar Helm outsnapped Chig last week in terms of play time on the field. So we talked about a youth movement. Both of you two called that in the preseason as something that you would like to see. It looks like we are. It's going to be about, Chimere DK continuing to get some reps and so forth. And hopefully we can continue that. And he can continue to be better. So let's continue to hope that picks up. Sauce, what are your thoughts on the young pass catchers, man, especially Chimere DK? How can he affect the game?
In that instance, I'm really hoping that Bo Hardigree just can call the game with just more pace and confidence this weekend, and use Chig at his true abilities. Get him on some drag plays, get him some easy touches, some easy catches, and just get him in space. Get the ball in his hands quick. Ellick, he's doing pretty good. I think he, last week he had a little bit of the rookie woes, you know what I mean? But he could. I'm gonna give him a pass for how he's been playing. Just continue to just play good ball. Ridley's playing with confidence. I'm really excited for these rookies. These guys are learning quick and fast. They have a tall task ahead of them, and I just think, when it comes to playing at a certain pace in the NFL and like developing fast and learning the playbook and expanding the playbook, it can come fast. It can be quick. But I think the guys are stepping up very, very well.
Yeah, really and truly too. I would like Chimere DK just like if they treat him like Khalif Raymond and just sent him on go routes.
Good. That's
send him on some go routes, use that speed and just take some shots with him. Just see if he can get behind the defense. You know what I mean? But
I just wanted to also throw out there, just like if they're able to get creative with the play action, like if they're running the ball well and can get creative with the play action, those deep crossers or just those things that Cam likes, I think can be just very beneficial for Chimere DK and his speed, and he can become like a true mismatch. You know what I mean? So you got to use him right, man. Use him to his abilities.
So speaking of Cam, so I think in that fourth quarter, to me, we saw a true like epiphany moment for him where he was like, I don't always have to take the whole shot down the field. I can check it down. I can, I can get 5 to 7 yards and keep the drive moving. So what do you guys think of Cam Ward and really that fourth quarter? And then what do you think he can take from that and really apply to it to the next game and really the rest of the season.
So I'll let you jump in on that one, man.
I think when it comes to that and Cam having that realization and fully admitting that, like when he speaks on those type of things, I don't take it as fodder or fluff. You know what I mean? I really take it as that's something that he's really sat and processed and is clicking for him. And so when it comes to that, I think he can like adapt that to the game plan fully. You don't have to hunt every single play. Like take that easy check down, man. You could create something special out of that. Like the pros, the best does that. You know what I mean? So just go through your reads, and if it's not there, check it down, buddy. Get out of there.
Man, I agree, man. This week will be a week where it may be a bit of a revenge game for him, but Jamal Adams is a linebacker I think we can take advantage of when it comes to his coverage ability.
Ooh, that's good.
We know what he is, in terms of his overall skill set. He's a safety that got converted down to linebacker because he can't cover. And he's got to come up and run support, and he can do those things well. And he's been solid this year in that. But we're going to have to challenge him in terms of coverage because, again, he's a converted safety, so he's better than your standard linebacker when it comes to athleticism and seeing the field, understanding route concepts. But he still wasn't good at it, even though he understands it more. So I'm hoping this is a week where we can, again, rely on those tight ends, get some deep crossers, have our running back slip out into the flats and keep him occupied. And the more we make him think and the more we can challenge him, I think the more we'll have an opportunity to really make some plays overall. And Jamal Adams is one of those pieces that I think that if we attack him in the right ways, I think we could really make some noise. They've got, Devin White, who's known for being a speedster, but also somebody who's not known for being the most disciplined as well. So I think we've got some opportunities to take advantage of their linebacking core, who overall is okay, but I would say on the weaker side in terms of their linebacker play overall. So
in 2018, they were fire.
Yeah.
Right. They would have had the best tandem in the world.
One thing I wanted to add on with what you were saying is if we're able to also establish the run early and confidently, I think like we could play on that discipline of what you're talking about with Adams and being able to just make them bite down. You know what I'm saying? If you can bite down this, that's all we need is a couple of steps. He's not going to be able to catch him. So take advantage of that. And I think Bo can maybe draw up some creative stuff this week. And, get some make some stuff happen.
Man, and you're exactly right. You look at Jonathan Taylor last week against the Raiders, 17 carries, 66 yards, averaging 4 yards a carry, which is right around average. DJ Gittins had 5 carries for 22 yards, 4.4 a carry. So it's one of those where they played decent last week. They did solid against the run, but against the pass, as we mentioned, Tyler Warren, 4 for 44. Obviously, that's 11 yards a carry and a touchdown. Michael Pittman, a bigger, stronger receiver, 5 catches for 39. Jonathan Taylor had 3 for 20 out of the backfield. And the slot receiver, Josh Downs, a lot of those positions where, with the exception of Michael Pittman, 3 out of their 4 are people who challenge you over the middle of the field pretty tough. And that's where I think the Raiders will continue to struggle if they don't step it up. On the other side of the house, we're playing against a quarterback who will give you the rock, just point blank simple, leads the league in interceptions this year, and last week had a QBR of 19. Mr. Geno Smith. Now, it hurts me to say these things. I come from the cloth of West Virginia quarterbacks such as the Patrick White, one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in NCAA history. We hear Cody talk about Florida. I'm going to get my stuff off real quick. You've got Geno Smith, one of the most dynamic college quarterbacks directly following him. Geno comes from lineage. He comes from greatness. He comes from one of the best quarterback producing schools in the history of the NCAA. We are underrated when it comes to that aspect, especially when it comes to dynamic quarterbacks. Now, Geno been slaw this year. It pains me to say it, but that just is what it is. Geno has been slaw. Now, if you look at his completion percentage, he was 25 for 36. A really solid completion percentage. He had 228 passing yards, which is, for somebody of his caliber, you would expect a lot more, especially when you got beat by 34 points, 40-6. you would think that he would be passing the ball more, but Ashton Jeanty was the second most targeted player, and 5 receptions. So he's not really looking at wide receivers much. Trey Tucker had a decent game, 4 catches for 62 yards, but it looks like their best weapon, Brock Bowers, is going to be out again, which is a saving grace for us because tight ends have been tight ends against us. Warren played pretty solid. We saw what happened last week. It's one of those where, we've got to really kind of lock in those moments because it could have got ugly because Trey McBride was on his way to the promised land, and a couple calls got called back. Yeah, he got a big catch for about 40 yards that got called back during the game on a holding penalty. He could have very well had 90 to 100 yards on us. So we're really getting saved by that, but it doesn't mean our offense can't do anything. Cody, talk to me about what you expect from the Titans defense against this Raiders offense.
Yeah, dude. Going back to Geno. Geno's one of those players where I looked at him today and I was just like, damn, man, it actually makes me feel old. He's 34 years old. And I feel like he's had multiple careers where he was just down with the Jets. And he has this career renaissance with Seattle where he's like, they try to write me off, but I didn't write back. Well, this season he probably should have wrote back because he is struggling. 65% completion percentage, 1,100 yards, 7.2 average, 6 touchdowns and 9 picks. He's really prone of turning the ball over right now. But they do have Jacoby Myers, who I think is one of the more underrated players probably in the NFL, to be completely honest, and somebody that I kind of wish that the Titans had to go along with Calvin Ridley for Cam Ward. I just think he's a very good, heady player. But dude, them not having Brock Bowers, that's huge for us. It's a massive hole that they're going to have in their offense and something that we're not going to have to worry about. Now, granted, the past couple weeks, Ashton Jeanty has started using the Michael Myers stance, and the Michael Myers stance, he's ever since he's gone back to it, he's been chewing, he's been eating. So, and you gotta wait, you gotta look out for Trey Tucker too. Trey Tucker had about 3 touchdowns one game. So L'Jarius Sneed, Roger McCreary, we need y'all, man. We need y'all big time.
Yeah. And just to add on to that, man, we're gonna have to continue to just add pressure on that and try to disrupt Geno and his timing, because you give him a little time, he will hunt for that big play, and he's got the arm to do it. So I think you got to disrupt his timing. It's gonna be a big game for Sweat. Again, Big Jeff, he's been balling out this year, and we need those guys to just continue playing with their confidence and just rally around and clean up those tackles, man. If Jeff creates that hole, you gotta win your matchup. He's taking on 2 guys and still winning. So pass rush.
Pause.
You're right. You're right. Hey now. Well,
you roll.
You.
Mighty close to getting us off the air, Randy.
Hey, so quick question, guys. Just we're talking about Jeffery Simmons and taking on 2 dudes. Imagine this team has won 2 games. Is he in Defensive Player of the Year conversations right now?
I think he's in the running. Absolutely. Definitely on par for a Pro Bowl year for sure. And this Defense Player of the Year, I think he's well in that conversation. He's gonna have to show a couple of big splash games and get his name out there a little more, but to climb up in those rankings and be talked about a little bit more. But I definitely think he's playing to that caliber for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those where that last
awesome
stretch of games where we get 49. There's a few other teams that have bigger markets. I think we've got to really lock in those moments. If we get that opportunity and he balls out then that will be great. We play 49ers, we play Kansas City. Those back-to-back games, if he wrecks those games towards the end of the year is when people can really pick up steam. And then you get to New Orleans, it's okay, hold on now. Crush that sorry team. And, in terms of him, at least being able to crush the sorry team, not us crushing the sorry team. We are the sorry team. So that would be awesome to be able to do that. And I think that would be just something that's another notch on the belt. I would love for Cam to pick up his play and we have an offensive rookie of the year and also a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll have a few people that want to come to us in free agency and not just the guys who want to get paid or just love football, as we've been looking for the last few years. Give me somebody who doesn't necessarily love football, but they're talented as heck. I don't care. I don't care, dog.
They like wake up. They're like, gosh dang it, I gotta go to practice. But I can't run a 4.2. But I can run a 4.2.
I can run a 4.2. I can go 5 for 150 easily. Like, that's what we need, man.
Hey, Chris Johnson was out there in the strip clubs before game days.
Man, shaking his head. Yeah, whether he likes to or not.
They go out there and
shaking
ball.
the booties in the strip club.
He ain't been to practice all week.
Like,
He had
man.
tickets. He had tickets to drive through, car full. You know what I'm saying? And come out there on Sunday and
White in there
ball
getting the
out.
chicken wings
That
with
was
him.
it. No.
Yeah.
Bells in his mouth. He ain't need no mouthpiece. These people be having the
on
gold
now.
mouthpiece. He ain't need no mouthpiece, man.
Come
He out there
on, dog. That's
colds.
Come
I
on.
lose him, I
So,
get
you know,
more.
I think that, man, you know, we've got an opportunity, to really make a difference. And, we talk about guys who are playing really well. Cedric Gray, man, leading the league in
29 tackles in 2 games.
Yes.
Somebody who's been, a top 5 out in tackles, I should say. Somebody who's been an absolute monster all over the field, production on the ball. He's a young player. I want to say rookie, just considering how much time he missed. But, he's within his rookie window of 17 games played, if you want to go about it like that. And he's still learning. He's still learning. But to have that type of production is something that you can't deny. And he's going to need it because Ashton Jeanty, as you mentioned, has not only been heavily involved in the run game, but the pass game as well. And that's going to be on him and Barton to go, unless we go to our 3 safety look, which we did a lot last week in our big nickel, having Quandre Diggs step up. But, Quandre Diggs is a solid tackler, and he's somebody who always comes out there to fight. But Jeanty's a different animal in open space. I don't want us to be the highlight reel for Jeanty. And if we come in here lackadaisical and without as much passion and fire as we did in the fourth quarter of the game last week against the Cardinals, we could be in trouble. We can be in trouble. Okay, look. Let's talk about, Cody, give me your top 2 keys to the game. Sauce, give me your top 2 keys to the game. What do you think it's going to take for us to win? Any key matchups? What do we need to see?
Man,
We'll
it's
start
got to
with you,
be
Cody.
it's got to be Maxx Crosby. We got to be able to handle Maxx Crosby. And they actually got this defensive lineman, Lalu, who's got 3 sacks as well. He's the leading sacker on their team, defensive tackle. But to me, it all starts with Maxx Crosby because Maxx Crosby can wreck the game quick, fast, and in a hurry. I remember seeing a TikTok video of him, and his get off the line is ridiculous. So, we're probably gonna have to cheat a little bit. We may get busted for some false starts trying to cheat a little bit. But
out of that, JC. Just
yeah. And really, and to me, the second biggest thing is it's really Cam Ward carrying that momentum from the fourth quarter on.
Yep.
I want to see him continue to find the middle ground between explosive and I'm gonna accept what the defense is giving me, because if you can do that, then you're great. And Dan Orlovsky has continued to talk up Cam Ward, and he's getting me really excited about him. Where he's saying, I see top 8 quarterback stuff in this kid.
I said, Danny, don't say that now, baby.
Yeah,
I'm already crazy.
No,
Don't do that, Danny.
So, yeah, if he can continue this momentum the rest of the way, that fourth quarter could be like a pivotal moment in maybe Cam Ward's career, if I'm being completely honest, of him like slowly, that's where it clicked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree with that. On the other side of the house, too, I'll just drop mine in, Randy, since I'm already talking and won't shut up.
Okay.
I think, one, if we can limit the penalties again and win that battle, that gives us a big chance. I think it's going to be the team who's the most disciplined. On the other side of the house, take advantage of Geno's propensity to throw turnovers.
That's a good word.
I don't care if it bounces off of somebody's hands. I don't care, if somebody stop, drops, and rolls like last week and we just fall on the end zone. I don't care what happens, but defensively create turnover. If we win the turnover battle and then the battle of the penalties, I think we win the game. One bonus, I know I only said 2, but one bonus, if Cam Ward's completion percentage is over 61%, we win the game. That's my stat-related key to the game. Sauce, talk to the people.
My key to the game is swagger. I think you're gonna want to continue to stack good days. Um, we got to win, fellas. We got that out the way. So let's take that energy into this week and let's rally up another one, man. I love seeing Cam smiling on the sideline. So let's
Yeah.
continue to play disciplined football. Really, you're like that. Make the catches, buddy. Gunnar Ham, do your thing. Cheek, let's eat. Tony Pollard, keep being Tony Pollard. And I think we're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Offensive line, y'all playing together. Hey, continue to trust one another. Y'all right next to each other. Y'all are playing outstanding, man. Let's just keep going. So swagger is the key to the game. On the defensive side of the ball, set them freaking edges. Do not let Jeanty get loose. I think this week Pete Carroll is going to want to take the ball out of Geno's hands just a little bit more than what he has to. You know what I mean? And so we have to contain Jeanty, keep him low, keep him. You know what I mean? And I think we'll be all right. I think we can walk out of there with a win. And one more additional, Joey Sly, do not scare us like that again. Okay? You had a couple where it was a little to the right, buddy. Like lock in. Want them right there down the middle. You know what I mean? You practicing kicking all week. Let's just keep it going. Because I think we're going to need you a little bit. So let's keep it going, buddy. But Joey Sly, man, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So do your thing.
I got one complaint.
No, go ahead.
Can Femi Oladejo do anything?
Whew, it's funny you said that because I was just looking at something that directly relates to this. So I'm pulling up my phone here. The average, make sure I get this right, expected points added per rush, and this is based on the gap that each player runs through or the teams run through. So the Las Vegas, they run between the left guard and left tackle. Their second highest rate, which is .163 added expected points per rush. It jumps up tremendously when they run outside of the right tackle, which is primarily where Femi plays, at .497, one of the highest bumps on this list overall. So they're going to be attacking that gap the hardest, going right outside that tackle, going off tackle. So if we cannot figure out how to set that edge, which is going to be Femi, he hasn't done much production-wise from a pass rush perspective. You've got to at least set the edge. If you can do that, we'll have a chance. Don't force it to have to be Draymond Jones on the field all the time because he has some limited ability as well. We want to see our young player on the field, but if you don't set the edge, you may not see the light of day, Femi, and they're going to send you back to Africa. I don't know if he's actually African. I don't know why I said that. I just got to suspend it, but I really just need him to just step it up, man. I know he's a project in terms of his pass rush ability. Okay. But from a run stopping ability, if you aren't good to great or above average to good at minimum, there's a problem. And that's when the bust word starts creeping in.
Are you disappointed in what you've seen from him so far? I'll ask you both.
I'm not. I think that I knew he was
He
a project
hasn't done
in.
anything.
He's a project player, in my opinion. I didn't expect him to come in and be average as an end because he, was barely at the position and didn't have a lot of production in college in the time that he did play. So I didn't expect a lot from him, honestly.
But can he show out a little bit? He's completely unnoticeable out there.
But that's also a good thing too. He's not getting killed on his edge. He's not the issue out there either. He's not an elite pass rusher. And if you had the expectations that he would be an average pass rusher, your expectations were too high. He's been a project from the beginning.
I mean, TD said was keep it simple and just run straight at the quarterback, and he can't even do that.
He's not a good pass rusher.
He's not winning. He's not winning his matchups. And I just wanted to add in that just to be realistic and all Titans fans, you're gonna have to probably give Femi probably 3 seasons before you cast judgment. Like it took James Williams that long. It took Cedric Gray that long. Like,
he's a 7th round pick.
That's how they rolled the dice like that.
No way.
I'm giving Femi 2 more seasons.
What do you expect from him, Cody?
He probably has no hand fighting skills
next year. And
I need to see some improvement for sure.
I need to see
Don't get me wrong. He can't come out here and play like this again next year. We got to see the incremental improvements. But I'm saying in order for him to add to his tool bag and his set a little spin move whatever. Like he has time to work on all of these things throughout this year and next year. At least add something to the tool bag. Like, but I'm gonna give him 3 years before I'm like, okay, you're bad,
Bruh. That's
3 may be a lot.
You're too patient. There's no way. Brian Calloway ain't looking at it, he's like, I'm going to give you 3 years.
Yeah, 3 may be a lot. I do need to see some more next year. But to be honest, if you ask me the question, I'm not disappointed. I'm looking over here because I'm trying to find the graphic for the second round edge rushers. But if I remember, the most sacks in that year one was 5. And those are from edge rushers that had elite production in college and weren't, drafted with the expectation of being projects. The average was about 2.5. I think personally by the end of the year, he'll have 2.5 sacks and be right on par with the average second round edge rusher. That's my opinion, is that he'll be right there with that average. What would you expect, Cody?
I mean, right now he's on the pace for 0, and he's completely unnoticeable when he's in the game. I literally couldn't tell you when he's in the game because he doesn't do anything. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, he gets, from the stats I'm looking at, it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I mean, he gets 2 tackles a game. So I mean, he doesn't pop. He hasn't popped yet. I mean, a lot of these projects or whatever, they pop because they're the freak athlete. He doesn't pop.
So going back to it, these are the last 6 second round edge rushers taken in their rookie year. You had Marshawn Nealon. He had 9 tackles, 0 sacks. Chris Braswell, 17 tackles, 1.5 sacks. Isaiah Foskey, 10 tackles, 5.5 sacks, BJ Ojulari had one of the better ones, 40 tackles, 4 sacks. And then Jonah Ellis, who had 38 tackles, 5 sacks. So, again, that average is like 2.5. I think he'll creep to that 2.5 by the end of the year and be right on par with the average second-round picks.
Well,
I mean, that's just, if he ends up average based on what the previous years have been, would you not be pleased that a project ended up being what the average second-round pick has been the last 6 years?
I would.
No. I mean, he needs to be awesome. I mean, he was on top of the second-round pick.
But why does he need to be awesome when nobody else in the last 6 years in the second round has been awesome?
He doesn't show anything. There's no.
Oh, my question is, if you look at history, what did the other people show you? The most has been 5 in the last 6 years.
What I'm saying is, bro, when I'm watching the game, I don't even notice him on the field. There might as well be 10 people out there.
But look at what history shows.
I get what you're saying, Lim, but to me, I don't see anything from it. He needs to do something.
I personally think that your expectations weren't actually project from the beginning. You said project, but you wanted production.
Second round.
Project and production don't happen like that. It takes time. And if you're going to give him 5 games time to show some real flashes, you're tripping. His flashes have been in the run game and setting the edge.
Well, he needs to start running straight to the quarterback and show me that he could just blow past a defense.
Well, unfortunately, in the NFL, if it was that easy, then people would just run past the tackle all the time. But that doesn't happen.
I get that, Lim, but that's what Alden Smith did, and he made $100 million.
That was Alden Smith. You're talking about one person.
That's what TD's telling.
Okay, well, let's talk about this then. Let's talk about our $8.5 million paid Draymond Jones. What have you seen him do?
I agree. No,
what about Arden Key? What have you seen him do?
Well, he's got 1.5.
You see what I'm saying?
He's got 1.5.
Do you see what I'm saying?
He's got 1.5.
Do you see what we're talking about? Like a 5th or 6th year player plus. We're talking about a 5th or 6th year player plus with 1.5, and we're talking about a second round pick project, and you're talking about you ain't seen nothing in the past. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Listen,
if our
bro,
players who have had time, no, I'm going to finish. If our players who have had time, who have had more than 5 sacks these last few seasons ain't doing nothing, you expect our second round draft pick, who was known as a project, who was an interior linebacker, who rotated and played 5 games as an edge rusher, you expect him to come in and be elite. You are tripping if that's what you think.
Listen, bro. If he's a project, that means he's got to have some freak athlete potential. He can run past an offensive tackle. That's all I'm saying.
All right, man. Let's give him some more time. Let's do this in our. This is a little teaser.
Randy's timeline. Give him 3 years. Good Lord.
That's one place I believe I agree with you. 3
Hey.
years, you out of pocket. You out of
He
pocket.
said give him 3 years.
He barely learned the cafeteria lady name. Let the young man can grow.
Yeah, but he don't need to
I
know
think
who
he
the
knows
kids
him.
are and get invited to
boy,
graduation.
He knows where the food's at because he is
Like,
a massive
what?
human.
Like, what are we talking about? We're going to be in the new stadium by the time he shows us some flashes, Randy. Think about that. What?
And then he's
Cam Ward's
cooked.
going to be on the second contract. Get the heck out of here. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
man.
But, you know,
Golly.
at the end of the day, we have to see production, period, outside of Jeff Simmons. That's going to be something that we have to figure out. Jeff Simmons is our only consistent pass rusher. Somebody else has got to do something. I know I said it in jest when trying to defend Femi. Put in the comments what your thoughts are. Like, comment, subscribe. But Arden Key, you're getting paid some money, dog. It's not great money, but it's good money for what you've been doing. You're getting paid like a billion times more than what you're actually doing. You should be getting paid Femi's rookie contract for what your expectations were coming into the season and what you've actually done. Draymond Jones, you're built like a tank, but you're moving like one too. Please figure out a way to do something. We need T Sweat back. I want to see what that looks like and how that affects everything.
Where
else,
is
because
Meatloaf?
Meatloaf
Where's
is
he at?
loafing. He's hurt right now.
Is his tonsils still bothering him? What's going on?
I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's like an oblique or something stupid, man. But yeah, I know he's on.
He
the
said
IR.
he dropped weight this year.
Paul Kuharsky said that he was a Rand guy, and so now that Rand's gone, he's kind of like, I don't want to be here. Like, he's thinking that he may get traded here before the deadline.
You
I
know
don't
what?
think
Kind of the
That's
vibe I
definitely
picked. That's kind of the vibe I picked up on him.
That's definitely possible. You could see that. You know, you could definitely see that. It's
If we do that,
We'll see.
I'm sick of it.
What will we get for him?
a fourth.
God.
Hey, this slow
He's
down,
gonna lose
man.
value. I mean, he played well last year, but he's also hurt. You know, and he's an interior lineman. Nobody's giving up a lot for that. It's definitely not going to be
Randy.
his second round. It's not going to be that.
Let's hope that's not true. Meatloaf, come on back, get next to Jeff. You guys get best friends, and y'all get up there on them guys, man. You take on two, he take on two. Just a double guy situation.
Andy, you about to get us.
I'll tell
off
you
the
what,
air.
who's built to take on two? Sebastian Joseph Day. Big hip boy.
Big,
Man, that boy got him on him.
he got them yams.
He got him on him,
Megan,
dog.
Megan ain't got nothing on
He's
him.
setting the table, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have completely gone off.
He got
rails.
the
man,
etchy mama. He got the
so
etchy
far off the
mama.
rails. Oh, he got the Aunt Mama going crazy, boy. Yes, sir. What's that noise? Who's clapping? Not me. Bow, bow, bow. I'm talking about he's crazy, dog. But anyway,
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
We didn't give our
But-
prediction.
Oh, my bad. My bad. We're so far off the rails, I almost jumped. Okay. I'll start off.
Yeah, go first. Are we going straight?
23-20 Titans win. I'm back.
Here we go again.
I'm back.
Randy.
Well, good luck, fellas.
Hold on. You predicted a loss last week.
Did I?
You did.
Yeah.
You
and you
picked
saw what
us to
happened.
win, and then you flip-flopped.
Yeah. You saw what happened. So
I'm back, baby.
maybe you need to predict us to lose again. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Randy.
Oh Lord. Man, I'm going 23. Titans.
20 to 3.
I think we smoked their boots.
Yeah, you smoking something more than boots.
You don't
I
think
promise you
Sneed
that.
finna lock? You don't think Sneed finna lock him up? What do
Sneed
they
had one of his
have?
best weeks last week.
What do they have?
But it takes a little bit more than Sneed.
He finna
Cody,
be out there
go ahead,
lollygagging.
man. Please bring us back to earth.
Talk to me.
Yeah, so
I don't
I
think
mean,
he's gonna be able
last
to move the
week
ball.
it took all fumbles but a regular fumble for us to win the game. But we won the game, and Cam Ward looked really good in that fourth quarter, and I think he rides that high, and I think we win 20-10.
Oh,
I like it.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
it. I like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I like it. I like it.
We
Woo,
double
Cody, I
them
didn't
up.
think you was gonna say that.
We
I did
gonna
not think you was
double
gonna
them.
say that. Ooh wee, 20-10. I like it. That's the type of energy I'm looking for.
And
Please
then Brian
give your
Callahan's
stats
gonna go to the
prediction.
podium and start crying again. He's like, I can't
Mhm.
believe it's working.
All I had to do is give up play calling. If my
told
first
y'all summer
love.
camp vibes were it. I told you. Look,
Because I
if we
know
do that,
what we
I'm gonna
have
be
in this
turned-
room.
Right. The unfortunate side of this is if we do win this game, my level of delirium is going to raise through the roof.
I'm
And
telling
I'm going
you.
to start
Yeah.
predicting things that I shouldn't.
Right,
I'm
but
going to
who?
start looking at our schedule
Hey.
and trying to find a way to the playoffs. I'm going to do some crazy stuff.
A 2-game winning streak with Vrabel coming in. That's a good little headline.
That is a nice
Mhm.
headline. Maybe we'll get flex and actually get a game on TV.
Come on.
I had to watch the last game on what is it, Fubo or whatever that TV network is. But man, please drop your score predictions in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna let you guys go with these simple words. Go fight, win. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I didn't have any words to say. I wanted to say at the end of the episode. Go home. Get out of here. We love you guys. Be safe. If you're in Vegas, drop it in the comments. I'm going to Vegas. So if you're going to be there this weekend, I will catch you there. Otherwise, peace.
Press me.